What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex, and this is episode 9 of getting into strongman training. Starting off the workout with rows. Ideally, because this is a vertical movement, doing overhead press, I would have done like pull-ups, but because I don't have a pull-up bar at my disposal, I'm using rows just to target my back and get it primed for the overhead press. I'm using a bar over here for the overhead press. It's about 30 kg, give or take, and then that's going to be six reps for each set. Now with the kettlebells, I mean it's 12 kg, so I'll do like both arms or both sides of the back, just to get a little bit more stimulus in there. Obviously, if you've got heavier weight, you can use that. I don't, so I'm using pretty much what I have. And then finishing the circuit or finishing the set with core exercise of your choice. I'm doing that kind of like twisty thing with a kettlebell, or I mean you can use dumbbells as well, or maybe even 10 kg plate, 20 kg plate. It comes down to personal preference. I use that kind of like as a resistance. So obviously when I twist my core, I keep it engaged almost all the time, just to get kind of like the stimulus in my core. And then moving on to the overhead press again after each set with kettlebell rows. I take 90-second rest again, so keeping the rest time low in between the sets. So 4 sets of each exercise probably takes about 15 to 20 minutes. I'd say probably about 15 minutes, including the rest time as well. And then as for the secondary exercise, which is kind of like building up or fixing up my floors. I mean, one of the most common syndromes is Upper Cross Syndrome, which is more like if you think of your shoulders being shouldered like up front. So when they're like kind of like caving in towards in the front. This is common because obviously our chest muscles and our lats are most of the time superior or obviously stronger than our rear back muscles, which is going to be your rear delts and your lower trapezius, which kind of like keeps the shoulder blade in place. So over time, if you do a lot of chest exercises and all that, and then you pay attention to them bigger muscle groups, your shoulders start to kind of like cave in a way, and that's not ideal, especially when you want to get your bench high and all of that. I obviously am part of this fold because I've realized it in like most recent years, especially when I was trying to get my bench up. I could see like a little bit my shoulders caving in towards the front. So one of the exercises that you can use is obviously face pulls. I'm using the sled to do this kind of like sled face pull thing, if you want to call it. Really targets most your rear delts, which I want to get more love into, and then fix my kind of like upper cross syndrome over there. And then again finishing in the set of the workout or the circuit with kind of like core exercise. I'm doing this, I believe it's called, I call them ab flies, to be honest. Kind of like, again, just trying to keep in the core exercise in the circuit. So for this one, it's going to be another 4 sets of the circuit. It's going to be 8 reps for the rows, using the barrel this time for a little bit heavier to get a little bit more stimulus in the back. And then moving on to the sled. Now, for me, unfortunately, the length of the garden is not that long, so I'm using the garden to like twice. So go all the way back and then twist the sled and then come all the way back again. Ideally, if you go like a long run away, you could do that for like 10-15 meters. I was getting about 8 reps in, roughly, give or take. So yeah, you guys get the idea. The point of this exercise is not to go really heavy, because obviously your rear deltoids are not as strong as your other muscle groups. So I'm using just a sled over here, so that's about 10 to 15 kg resistance. Over time, obviously with progressive overload, you can go like add a little bit weight to get more stimulus, and then obviously get your rear delts stronger. But I will be using this exercise a lot more in the future, just to fix up my upper cross syndrome. Finishing up the workout again as well with the core exercises that I was advised. I still want to get better hardcore exercises for my core. Main reason because I feel like there's more benefits to stabilizing or getting my core even stronger to stabilize during the main big movements, which I'll be getting into further in the future. Pretty much that was the video, guys. I hope this kind of like tip of the day or exercise using the sled to target your rear deltoids is helpful to anyone trying to like figure different exercises to get the rear shoulders, you know, back in good shape, and you know, fix the upper cross syndrome if they do have it. In my case, I do, and then this is kind of like a limiting factor to get my bench numbers like further up in progression, which I will be benching in hopefully a couple of months, depending, because I haven't been able to touch a bar in, I mean, probably I'd say a couple of months easy. So yeah, once I get back into benching, squatting, and deadlifting some proper weight, I will be in a better shape to obviously, you know, get back into my numbers and then progress from there. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Leave a comment down below what you think of this exercise, if it is helpful, or if anyone else uses it in their own gym. You know, keeping in mind they've got a sled or they're using any similar object to this motion. Like the video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, like I said, and I'll see ya in the next one. Peace.